live from the Hass and Swanton makeup and dressing room.
Here comes Amber, stop what you're doing. Here comes Amber, she's just doing what she can. Here comes Amber, cue the spotlight. Here comes Amber with 2 drinks in her hand. The matriarch of fashion, from sequins to her glasses, you can't look away. Ask her, does she do it? There's really nothing to it. She's got that feminine gaze. If you have a party, or if you're feeling naughty, call up the Hass of LeMay. Here comes your favorite gal. Here comes your queen. Here comes the talk of the town. It's Amber Live tonight. The music starts to play and it's time for cabareting on Amber Live tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn off all cell phones and get ready for your host, Amber LeMay.
Happy New Year! Almost, but this is our New Year's show, so we're celebrating tonight, so I hope you are too. So grab yourself a cocktail and let's have some fun, all right? But first, I want you to like what you're watching and share. You want your friends to watch this as well. Don't be alone. And then go over on Amber Live TV or on YouTube and subscribe too. That way you'll get notices of when we do some crazy stuff. And you'll want to know that too. So, hi there. I'm Amber LeMay, and this is our 41st episode. We've been doing this since March. Yes. And so, but we're really excited about tonight's show. So, first off, I want to bring my producer, Russell Dreyer, in from New York. Russell, how's it going?
Hey, Amber. Happy New Year.
Yes. Goodbye, old year.
Yes. Let's get rid of that. I think we're all very tired of this. Year.
I think we are too. You know, Russell, I think we've got some new viewers tonight. Tell us about that.
We do. We have partnered up tonight with Stream Ally, which is a streaming company. Friends, thanks to one of the good things to come out of this year is Amber Live and meeting lots of new people, including the folks at Stream Ally. And they are streaming our show through their system tonight as well. So we're thrilled to have it and be out there with them, be a part of their system.
And if you're watching from Stream Ally or wherever you're watching from, put it in the comments. We want to know how broad our audience is. So please do say, hey, this is so-and-so listening from Tallahatchie.
Yeah, let us know who you are. So thank you, everyone watching from Stream Ally. Welcome. We're very thrilled to have you here, and we're going to have a great show tonight.
So earlier, talk about things that you'll get noticed for or from is when we do live chats. We did another one of those this week.
We did. We have Wednesday nights. We do Amber Chat, which is a chance for you to send in your questions to Amber about anything. The topics are open. It's just sort of a relaxed, fun event. And you can also send us an email, and if we choose you, you can come online and chat with us live right on the air or on the stream. Yes, hi, Donna.
that would be fun. Yes, please do that. Oh, and every week we have it's not a contest, but we have a little game we call Caption This. And so what's the picture this week, Russell?
Well, this week for Caption This, it's a sort of holiday-themed picture. So send us your captions at the end. Jack will bring up the best of them and talk about them. And so we need a caption for this party picture.
Oh, yeah, I've been to parties like that. Yes, usually at Martha Blanc's house. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real 2020 end-of-year photo, isn't it?
So put in the comments, caption, and then write your funny comment there too. So we'd love to have that, and we'll share that. So this week we also last week we asked people to send in some New Year's Eve comments, whether they have resolutions, or things that they're looking forward to in the upcoming year. So we'll be airing some of those. And you know, New Year's Eve is very special in my life. Number one, New Year's Eve back in 92, yes, was the first time that my sister Marguerite and I performed as the Sisters LeMay. Yes, it was at New Year's Eve. And there's our cousin Crystal, otherwise known as Cindy Zook, right there. She performed that night. And she also sang in last week's show. And then we got together a couple years later because we performed at Burlington, Vermont's first night celebration. We were the highlight of the first night celebration. We did 3 shows a night, and that was just a lot of fun. So New Year's Eve's always been very special to me. Any special New Year's comments from you, Russell?
Oh, I usually, not this year, but usually spend New Year's with a couple of college friends, and we spend like 2 days cooking a giant meal. We eat the meal like for a long, slow evening, and then go down to their local ball drop. Their town actually built its own ball. It's very Americana and cute. And at midnight, several hundred people gather in the square and they fire off fireworks and drop their ball.
I've watched a few balls drop on New Year's Eve before too.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Tell us about our guests.
Well, you're skipping ahead. You forgot another important part of the show. The thing that keeps us running and going is our bustiers.
Yes.
And we can't skip the bustiers because they are very important to keeping the show going. We have a new super bustier. So Rial Masson is being joined by John Martin this week and as a super bustier. And we've got we've got a repeat of Doug and Fred helping us out with their support. And we're adding Cindy Zook into that list as well this week. And you can see at the bottom, if you would like to send us a tip and send your support, you can do it using that Venmo address at RJD Pro. Or if you're on Stream Ally, you can tip right through their online tipping system, which is right above the chat on their window. And any amount is appreciated. We do have some giving amounts. If you give $25 or more, we will send you a sticker. If you give $100 or more, you get a sticker and an Amber Live magnet. And for $200 or more, you get a sticker, the magnet, and an Amber Live mug. And who wouldn't want Amber's mug around? So, so you can do that right through that Venmo or using the Stream Ally tipping system. And we highly, highly appreciate all of you that are supporting us and keeping this going because it's a lot of work and a lot of fun too, but we need your help.
Thank you. Yes. All right. I know, Russell, sorry to rush, but I'm so excited to talk to our guests. So tell us who they are tonight.
We have quite a lineup of guests tonight and some amazing people. We have, first up, we have Kimberly Renee, who has a website, Might Be Vegan, and she is also, I believe, and I hope I don't get this wrong, but she started a project called Food Love that's helping people with food insecurities during the pandemic. So you get to talk to her all about that and the good that she's doing. There had to be some good in 2020.
Yes.
And then after that, we will have an interview with Ben Brainard, who's a comedian. He's a stand-up comedian, and he's on TikTok. He's all over the internet. He's very funny, and I think you'll have a lot of fun and enjoy that. Our old friend Emoji Nightmare will be back to talk about her New Year's Eve event. And Hass and Swanton are coming back, too, to talk about what they've been up to for the holidays, what their next project's going to be. And even at the end of the show, we've got a song from them. So stick around for a song from Hass and Swanton because they are fantastic.
Yes.
It's going to be a busy evening. And we've got messages from a lot of old friends who have been on the show before tonight, too. So
good. Oh, that's so nice. It's so nice to hear from people like that. Thank you. And I see Charlotte would like you to put up that caption again, that picture.
The picture again? All right, there's the picture.
Charlotte, you've been to a few parties like that. I know that.
I bet she has. And we'll put that up again later in the show in case you are still thinking about your captions. So, all right, Amber, have a good show.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Russell. Well, Christmas was merry and 2020 is almost dead and buried, which brings us to This Week in Headlines. So, was President Trump's Christmas card photoshopped? Yeah, probably. Fake tan, fake marriage, fake presidency. Why wouldn't his Christmas card be the same? Now, according to the Twitter users, the Christmas card conspiracy appears to be a picture taken from a visit with the Queen of England. I wish I could do this. This year's Christmas card was a disaster. I wish I could pull an image from the time I hung out with the Queen of England and use that photo instead. What? You didn't see that episode of The Crown? I was so happy then. So, Sydney, Australia is having their gay and lesbian Mardi Gras, otherwise known as Mardi Gras, on March 6th, 2021. That's less than 3 months from now. What is this bullshit? Australia gets to have a big gay party, and I'll still be here in Vermont waiting for mud season to pass. Oh, everything cool happens in Australia. Their toilets spin backwards. Summer is winter. And now they get to have a big party. Now, this is what happens when you have actual leadership in government and the population doesn't believe wearing masks is a conspiracy to control the population and emasculate the men. Try and tell this guy he's a cuck for wearing a mask. Ooh, I'd jump on that. Well, if you hadn't noticed, Target is selling cookies. Go figure. Which is weird already. But one of the cookies, supposed to be Santa's boots, reminds me a lot of like my favorite A-Team member, Mr. T's member. Wow, I really want to eat a cookie right now. Moms are upset, or at least pretending to be, claiming it's offensive and saying they're going to boycott the store. And to prove how sincere they are, they bought all the cookies up to protect others from being offended. And that's this week's headlines. So, yes, we've got some great guests tonight. So my first guest is Kimberly Renee. As Russell said, she has this great program about providing food for those with food insecurity. So, Kimberly, welcome to the show.
Hey, Amber. How's it going?
I'm doing fine. First, I always like to ask, where are you right now?
So right now I am in the Northeast. It is cold outside. Very, very, very cold.
Now, where do you mean the Northeast?
So I hop between Philadelphia and New York.
All right. Well, we're in Vermont, so we know how that was. But definitely. It was 65 degrees here on Christmas Day.
It was so much. It was warm, but that was like on the heels of that snowstorm. So I feel like we earned it.
That's right. All right. So tell me about this Might Be Vegan. Tell me about that.
Yes. So I actually created Might Be Vegan because I wanted to help people. I wanted to create a space that allowed people to feel comfortable and safe trying a vegan diet, because I'm sure that you have met some vegans in your lifetime, and sometimes they can be a little judgmental.
You always know who the vegans are at a party.
Yeah, you do. So I wanted to do something that was just that was fun and inviting and warm and challenge the idea of what vegan actually looked like. So I created that, and I started that back in 2018, and it was first me going into people's homes, like preparing food for them. And then I realized one very important thing. I don't like standing on my feet all day. And I mean, I love cooking, but I don't want to do it all day. So I regrouped in 2019 and I said, okay, maybe we can turn this into something that I'm really good at, which is storytelling and marketing, because marketing is my background. And so I created a plant-based consultancy. And our first major project, where we partnered with several brands, is we created the largest vegan-only tailgate in history, like period. We did it. And it happened at the Super Bowl in 2019 in Atlanta. It was incredible. We fed, I think, maybe 1,600 people like for free. It was amazing.
So how long have you had the vegan lifestyle?
Yeah. So I call myself plant-based because sometimes that word vegan can be a little like, okay. So I go plant-based, but I have been, I guess, going on 4 years now.
Oh, how cool. What prompted the change?
Wow. So there's a few things that prompted the change. One of them is just like getting older, and I had like a lot of extra weight that I wanted to kind of get off that just wouldn't move. So, I mean, I know I look probably like 17. They're like, how is she? Oh, like, I'm not 17. I'm not 25. I'm a little bit older than that. But it started with just wanting to get rid of like just some extra weight at first. But then I started to understand what it meant to be a meat eater and starting to look at factory farms and how harmful they are to our environment and harmful to the neighbors of those factory farms. And so I could no longer in good conscience say that people were important to me and the environment was important to me if I continued to support that sort of cause. And so it's just kind of been a journey from there for me.
How interesting. So how have you developed this new program with the pandemic?
Oh my goodness. So back in April of this year, I was at my mom's house and I started seeing on the news how people of color were dying at 2 to 3 times the rate due to COVID complications. Yeah. And I said, how is this a thing? Like, what is going on? And when I looked into the reasons why, a lot of it had to do with pre-existing conditions. Some of those conditions were diet related. Now you couple that with the fact, I'm sure you saw this, that people were standing in the food pantry lines, the soup kitchens, just lines all around, the building and stuff. And it's like, so many people are hungry. And I wanted to do something, but I also didn't want to go outside because I was trying to keep myself safe.
A sensible girl. I like that.
So I'm like, I don't want to go outside. How can I do this from my house? And that's exactly what I did. I figured out a way to piggyback on existing systems, to piggyback on exactly the existing delivery systems, existing FedEx and UPS, and find companies that were already doing it. And I feel like I lost you. There you go, Amber. Hello.
Yeah. No. Russell gave you full stage.
Hello.
Center stage.
For the full story.
So how do people get a hold of you and how are you helping them?
Yes. So the way that we identify people in need is we work directly with case and social workers around the country. And so if you are watching and you're a case and social worker and you know someone, one of your clients who is in need, just reach out to us. You can email me at foodlove@mightbevegan.co, or you can just connect with me on Instagram at It's Kimberly Renee.
So what do you see in the future? Do you have any more projects coming
I
along?
do. I would love to work with government agencies so that we can take our SNAP program, basically our food stamps program, so that people can get access to like healthy prepared foods. Because I know sometimes going into the grocery store, especially right now, can be a little daunting for some people. And sometimes you can actually use your SNAP when you go into like Whole Foods. But what about those organizations that are like delivering healthy food that's already prepared? Why not be able to use food that way? Use your money in that way, because you're still eating. But it's not necessarily prepared food that you're getting from the grocery store. So I want to do that. And I also want to start also delivering produce directly, because right now we just do prepared foods.
Well, fascinating, Kimberly. Thank you so much. And I think you might have an ear in the next administration if you have ideas like that. So,
For sure.
so make sure you contact Washington. Well, thank you so much, Kimberly. Happy New Year to you, and thank you for your causes.
Thank you. And congrats on show number 41. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, wasn't that fascinating? Vegan or plant-based? Sounds good to me. I have to check into that. All right. So we asked for people to send in some New Year's Eve messages, and here's our first one of the night.
Hello, Amber and everybody. Squigs here, and in 2021, I wish you and all of us hope and healing, love and joy and peace. Happy New Year, everybody.
Squigs was the Broadway artist who was on the show a couple times, who does the great caricatures on Broadway, and he's also on with the Beer Boys too, if you remember that show. So yeah, thank you, Squigs. Back at you, buddy. So as Russell mentioned, we have an interview with Ben Barnard. Now, Ben was supposed to be on the show live tonight, but he got a gig at a comedy club in Florida. Yeah, I mean, that sounds so foreign to us in Vermont that there's a place open like that. But he said, people have to come in their own groups, their own pods. They're sitting at tables that have plexiglass around them, and they're encouraged not to laugh. I just made up that last part because I know they're going to laugh at Ben. So let's run that interview with Ben. Thanks, Amber. Oh, I'm so excited. I get to talk to Ben Brainard from Florida. Come on in, Ben.
Hello, thank you for having me. Not very often people just let Floridians in anywhere. It's not safe.
Well, this is the safe way to do it in the time of COVID.
Right.
So Ben, where are you in Florida?
I am in Central Florida. I live in Orlando.
Oh, Orlando. Are the parks open?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, all of Florida is literally like day 4 of lockdown. Florida was like, well, the WWE is essential. So it really just got worse from there.
So what do you see when you go out in public, or do you go out in public?
I try not to. I pretty much just stay in my room. As you can see, I have all the hats that I need in here. So why leave, right? But I don't go out. I went to Epcot recently. A friend of mine who works there was like, do you want to go? And I was like, sure. And you have to make a reservation online to get into the Disney parks right now. So they're very much limiting. It is probably the nicest time I've had at a Disney park so far because nobody touched me. There was like nobody there. All the ride waits were like 5 minutes long, and they only let like me and my friend get on the ride. Nobody else was allowed on like the same like boat or cart or whatever. It was just like the two of us and then like an empty thing. So it was honestly the nicest time I've had.
So Ben, what were you doing before the COVID hit?
Struggling. I was a starving artist, as they say. In January, I decided to go full-time stand-up comedy. So yeah, I couldn't have made that. Yeah, I couldn't have made that decision at a worse time. But I was doing well. I had just booked pretty much a show every weekend from January until October. I was doing. None of it paid well enough for me to live, but I was doing well. I was busy. And then March, what was it? 7th,
12th, yes.
Or mid-March, everything got shut down. I was actually on my way to Atlanta to do a show. And I was about an hour outside of Atlanta when I got an email saying that my next 2 weeks of work were canceled. Oh. And I was like, oh no. And I stopped at a cookout right outside of Atlanta, and I ate my feelings.
So what were you doing?
Around, drove back.
What were you doing during the day? What was your day job?
Emailing clubs. Yeah, I was like, there's a whole like, since I had decided to go full-time stand-up comedy, it was kind of like I would Uber sometimes. I would drive for Uber or do like DoorDash or something like that. But for like the most time you spend as a comedian is just trying to get an email back from somebody that will pay you money, and it's so rare that it happens. You just have to send so many emails multiple times to all of the people, and then occasionally someone will email you back and be like, okay, but will you do it for free? And you got to say yes.
So like most of my dates. Yeah.
Exactly. It's great analogy for a dating life.
So but once that started and you were stuck in your room there, you created the Florida Guy, correct?
I did. I feel like I really just channeled the Florida Guy. The Florida Guy was in me all the time, and I just had to, bring him out. I do videos now where I'll just be myself, and people will comment like, "Oh, that's Florida," and I'll be like, "No, that's me. What did you think? Where did you think Florida came from?" But once quarantine started, I wanted to do a sketch every single day, a full sketch every single day of quarantine, because I was a dummy and I thought it would only last like 2 weeks, Yeah, nope. Surprise. Still here.
So you started doing these Florida Guy videos. We've got some clips. So Russell, show those, please.
Coming on such short notice. As you know, Texas, New York, California, Florida. White Claw. What? What? As I was saying, you four are the biggest states and potentially the most important.
I know I'm important, but why is West Virginia here? Hello, all.
Because West Virginia is the only state without a confirmed case.
I have a question, DC. Were we supposed to be looking? Because I've checked like 4 people.
You can go, West Virginia.
Okay then. Goodbye, all.
I like him. Why are we making such a big deal out of a hurricane anyway? We do this every year. It's not. It's not a hurricane? Was it a ground invasion? Why would you think that? We have Jacksonville. They'll die. Florida, this is a global pandemic. Where have you been? Spring break. Duh. Florida, can you call Louisiana? Who that? Who that? Who that say they're gonna beat them Saints? Tampa say they're gonna beat them Saints. You ever actually watch a Bug game? Not sober, no. Days. How's your mom? Oh, Louie, you know. They're inside. Louisiana, where's your shirt? What kind of question is that? I felt like that was a pretty easy one, actually. Man, I ain't won one of them since LSU won the national title. Go Tigers. That Joe Burrow's something special, ain't he? I mean, he's no Gardner Minshew, but Thackeray almost gone. Y'all gonna drive through around here? Oh, what? Drive through daiquiris. Please say more. After the game, I've been to 8 or 9 crawfish boils. How do you eat so many? Oh, that's easy. You just pinch the tail and suck the head. I'm learning so much. So did you get my email about canceling Mardi Gras? Yep. So you canceled it, right? Nope. So you just went to Mardi Gras shirtless in a pandemic? Laissez-les bon temps rouler. That's the motto. Mine is stay out of Polk County. What have you done about the virus? Who that? The coronavirus. Oh, that, yeah. Coach O went on TV, told them all stay indoors. Could they understand him? Sign language interpreter couldn't. Did you do anything else? I played the purse, sire. You did what? Just a fun way to kick off crawfish boil season. That sounds so much cooler than love bug season. Well, you're gonna have to end that. Not even Drew Brees could end that kind of Fredo, though. I haven't understood anything you've said all day. Just read the subtitles, dude. Couillon. Drive through daiquiris. Please say more.
We have a special guest today, so please be on your best behavior.
Hey, don't mind me. I'm just here to watch.
I got you a welcome present.
No.
It's a baby gator. Honestly, Florida, maybe you should just go.
Wait, no. This one intrigues me.
Man, somebody ready for a Vedo.
What? I'm not tired at all.
It means to party.
Il manque des bordeux?
You missing some shingles, Sha? What? Enough. Canada, what brings you here today?
Well, I was watching your little election thing.
The presidential election?
Oh, wow. It makes it sound so fancy.
What about it?
You guys doing all right?
I like
Yo, isn't it wonderful?
It does make great television.
Don't you have your own politics to worry about?
What? Oh, no. My politicians are competent. The only thing I worry about is Detroit.
That's fair.
You look good as a blonde.
Oh, why, thank you. That was actually my friend Call Me Chris is her name on the internet.
Call Me Chris has been on the show. Yes.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yes. Yeah. And the next week, that's when she got her, $30,000 from her viewers.
Yeah, wild. I mean, totally, she totally deserves it. Every penny of it. But yeah, that is, whew.
So you have all these states that chime in. How about Vermont?
I think I've had just like a small clip of Vermont drop in. But I've gotten so busy, doing stuff like this and going on the road when I can safely that, I haven't had time to get to all of the videos that I want to do. And I want, just like you saw with Louisiana, how I brought in like one state, and this is about the one state. I want to be able to do that for every state. And I think I've done it for about 10, maybe 11 different ones. But I haven't had the chance to do Vermont. The next on my list is Arizona.
Okay, that's fair. So what do you look for when you pick out a state? What's your research?
Ooh, so many things. I usually start with getting research from the people that live there. So I'll just post on my regular social media like, hey, I'm bringing so-and-so to the table. What do I need to know? And I'll go through all those comments. I'll let that post simmer for a little bit on 350, and I'll go through the comments after a while, and I'll just pick out the ones that have the most likes or the ones that were repeated a few times, and I'll put that on a list. And then I'll go on the Google machine, and I'll type in things like true so-and-so stereotypes or like cliches from so-and-so, and I'll make a list of the ones that I think are funny. And from there, it just becomes like finding recent news stories from that state or how they handled the virus in the beginning and throwing it all in with as many references and jokes as possible in 1 minute or so.
So you're on YouTube. How many subscribers do you have on YouTube?
I think I just crossed 103,000 on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're on the TikTok and all
Yep.
those as well. Oh my goodness, how cool. But I do notice the same thing happens to some of our videos on YouTube. You get a lot of thumbs up, but then there's always some thumbs down. What's up with those people?
Yeah. I think they're just naturally sad people. And you know how misery loves company? They want to give us the misery as if it spreads. I don't actually look at the thumbs downs. I don't even notice them. I just read the comments and people will be like, someone gave you a thumbs down, and I'll be like, they don't matter. I have 103,000 people that gave me a thumbs up. It doesn't really matter the 4 people that gave me a thumbs down.
I want to go knock on their door.
Go door with a paper clip, just like with a clipboard. Like, excuse me, why? Can you tell me what specifically was it in that video that you didn't? No, I just want to.
For my own self-improvement.
I'm so sad.
Well, Ben, it's been a delight talking to you. I know we're going to hear more from you, and I want to hear more about the Vermont guy too. So when you get that going, you come back and you show us, okay?
I will. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you, Ben. Stay safe there in Florida.
You as well.
All right. Very good. All right. Wasn't that fun? Let's go back to Amber. Take it away, Amber. Thanks, Amber. Wasn't that fun? Yes, Ben's a delightful person. So go online and watch some of his YouTube videos. He's got a lot of those table talks that he does. And they're very funny, but it must take a lot of time to write and then produce. But so very funny. So you know what? Now it's time for Amber's top 5 of the week. Yeah, got to do the top 5. So let's see. So tonight's top 5 is the ways that I'll be ringing in the new year. Yes. Number 5, I'll ring in the New Year's the way I rang in every day of 2020 since March 16th. Alcohol. Yeah, probably. Number 4, I'm going to be screaming Joe and Kamala's name in bed all night. Bring them on. I can't wait till January 20th. The third way I'm going to ring in the year, I'm going to eat every steak, sorry, Kimberly, chip and dessert I can find, just in case the world ends at midnight. You remember Y2K? I believed it. Then number 2 thing I'm going to do on New Year's Eve, drunk tweet at Trump all the reasons he's going to get arrested January 21st. Yeah. And the number 1 thing I'll ring in the new year, I'm going to reflect that no matter how bad 2020 was, there were many good things that happened as well. And I'll dwell on them. So that's my top 5 for the last week of 2020. Yeah. So let's see we got something new to show you. I think it's officially winter time now, and the days are getting longer, but they're still cold, and it's a great time of year to stay inside, safe and warm. And Amber Live can help you do all of that. We have sweatshirts and hoodies to snuggle up in the cold winter nights, and get yourself an Amber Live mug for your coffee, your hot chocolate, or some of those adult beverages that Lucy Bell's been fixing up. And if you must go outside, how about wearing an Amber Live mask, please? We've got all that and much more at the Amber Live store. Order your merchandise today.
And you can get all that and much more at the Amber Live store at amberlive.tv. We do have mugs, sweatshirts, t-shirts, muscle shirts, beach towels for this coming summer when hopefully we can all go back to the beach, and even face masks. So head on over to amberlive.tv and get your merch today. And that makes it a very good time for me to also mention, let's not forget that one of the things that keeps us going are our supporters. And if you would like to support Amber Live, you can use Venmo at RJD Pro, or if you're on the Stream Ally platform, you can use the in-stream tipping, and that's located right at the top of our chat window. And there are a lot of us that work on this show. There's a lot of effort going into it, and we want to keep it running. So everything you can do to support us is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.
Yes,
And
Russell. Thank you.
here's Amber. We need to remind people about our caption.
Oh,
I
I know those people.
Yes, I bet you do. You've been one of them, Amber. And then we have something very fun that we've been doing lately. We also have a giveaway.
Yes.
If you would like to enter for a chance to win this hoodie and mug, you can do so at Amber Live TV. Just head over to our website. There's a button that says click to win. You fill out the form and you can enter the contest to win this lovely mug and a sweatshirt. So
Yes, you want that. And all you have to do is go over to amberlive.tv and sign up. Please do. Yes. And then you'll get notice of all the fun stuff we do, not only on Sunday nights, but during the week as well. All right, let's see. Oh, you know what time it is? It's time for some bitching in the kitchen with Lucy Bell.
Bitchin' in the kitchen with Lucy Bell.
Hey, everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. Yes, Christmas season. Well, I won't consider it over until we've gone through New Year's. And this is a little early, but we're getting ready for the new year. And I cannot wait. Before we start today, we've got to have a cocktail. This is going to be a sparkling cranberry. Woo! That must have been a good year. So we'll put us a little champagne in our flute. Whoop, don't go over. Perfect. A little cranberry. And we will top it off with a little more champagne. So good. Good way to drink cranberry. Let me top that off again. Okay, well, what I want to show you guys today is how to make some good old mac and cheese. Oh, yes, I love mac and cheese. I've eaten it all my life, ever since I was a little bitty thing. We've got our water boiling here. All we need is elbow macaroni. We're going to use 8 ounces, 2 cups of shredded cheese of any kind. I like cheddar, sharp cheddar, a cup of milk, and 2 tablespoons of flour, and some butter for rimming the dish here. So we will start by 8 ounces of macaroni into your boiling water. And we're just going to let that cook according to the instructions on the back of the box, which is usually boil for about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, now the pasta is done, so we're going to drain the water off the pasta. Just dump the pasta right into the buttered dish, like so. Add a little pepper, a little salt. And now we're going to whisk our flour into the milk. Just mix it up real good. And you want it to come up to about right the top of your macaroni. Just perfect. You see? Now we'll add the cheese. And it is about 2 cups of shredded cheese. Now you can use any cheese with this. Mix it up really good. Now it's time just to slide it into the oven. And it will bake now for 30 to 40 minutes on 375. And while that's cooking, why don't we look into some New Year's traditions? I know one tradition I have all the time is that we always have black-eyed peas. That always brings you good luck every year. Some people say, well, probably didn't bring you too much good luck this year. It's like, well, I don't know. I didn't get COVID. So I think that's pretty fucking lucky. I mean, pretty darn lucky. In Spain, they eat 12 grapes at midnight, 1 for each month. And you eat 1 every time the bell tolls on midnight. And that will bring you good luck. In Denmark, they throw old plates and glasses at friends and loved ones that you have door to ward off all evil spirits. Well, I don't know if that's going to work in Beaver Pond because most of my bottles are plastic, my plates are paper, my cups are plastic. So I guess I'm going to have to go out and give me some glass cups and plates because I know a few people I'd like to throw at their door these. So let's get our mittens on. And let's see how the mac and cheese turned out. Oh, look at that. Just beautiful. And like I said, you can use any cheese with this as long as you've got 2 cups of cheese. My bitch for the week this week is I cannot wait for 2020 to be over. Oh, it cannot end soon enough. So let's toast to the end of 2020 and to a new 2021. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, Lucy Bell. Thank you so much for your contribution. People love it. And you can get all of her past recipes over there on amberlive.tv. Oh, Lucy Bell. I think she wants to throw some plates at my door. I really do. All right. I think we now have another New Year's message. Let's see that.
All right, Mark. We are at the end of 2020, and thank God we are. But one of the highlights of 2020 was being on Amber's show. And I had a fantastic time, didn't you?
Of course, I had an absolutely fantastic time.
And I stayed for the trivia, which is like, what a blast.
Yeah. I remember we got one wrong. I was disappointed. Because the number of days something was open.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it was a trick question.
Well, it worked. Yes, I had a great time, and glad to pop back and say Happy New Year to everyone who's watching and who watches, and to thank them for having us on. And you want to give them a quick update on what's going on? There's been a lot of progress with this.
Certainly has. Oh, this didn't exist when we were on last time. This is the Curtain Up beer. It actually exists now. It's in cans. It's been brewed by 3 different breweries, and there will be many, many, many more coming up in 2021. We have commitments from 37 different brewers in 9 different states. So wherever you are, there's a great chance that there is going to be a brewery near you brewing this beer. And you should try it because it's going to help to save all of live performance all over the United States.
That's right. And in the meantime, we wish you a healthy and happy New Year. And we look forward to coming back to the show sometime in 2021 and having even more stories about all of the other breweries that we've added since now.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Amber Live, and we will see you in 2021. Cheers.
Happy New Year. Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, happy hour, guys. Now, to give you a little backstory, they were on the show because they're out of work New York performers, and they came up with this concept. They went to a local brewery and said, hey, would you like to brew some beer and we can sell it and raise some money for the Actors Fund and other arts-related organizations? And the brewer said, sure. So they created this beer, and now breweries all over the country are doing it, and the money goes to not only the Actors Fund, but to local arts organizations as well. So if you know anyone in the beer business, get hold of the Happy Hour guys and raise some money for your local arts organization. It's a great project. It was so cool. We were happy to share that here on Amber Live earlier this year. Whew. So it's New Year's Eve. You know, I know a lot of people who'd like to go out partying and have a good time, but that ain't happening this year. But our good friend Emoji Nightmare is having an event, and she'd like to share it with us. Hey, Emoji.
Hi.
Oh, and Nikki, too.
I brought Nikki. A double feature.
Oh, well, you have to share the pay.
Gonna get us a whole McDonald's meal, baby. I hope.
All right, so you performed earlier this evening somewhere, or didn't you?
Yeah, actually Nikki just filmed it. We did a live burlesque performance with Katniss Everqueer, who's here in Burlington. It was a show produced out of the state of Maine.
How cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, very good. Well, thank you for squeezing us into your evening here. So tell us what you're doing New Year's Eve. What are you doing New Year's Eve?
We're having a little party. It's New Year's Eve. It's like a staple in Burlington for years and years. DJ Lou was one of the first folks to really start producing it, and they started a family and handed the reins to us. So we've been doing it, but we're excited because DJ Lou is actually still part of the event, and they're going to be DJing. And it's a virtual drag and burlesque show, but we're pre-recording everything.
So there's going to be like 10 plus burlesque, drag, singers, you name it, we have it there for the evening. And we're going to have a pre and post show that will be live. So you'll be able to drink with us beforehand and then dance into the New Year's with us afterwards.
Well, that sounds like fun. Well, thank you so much for putting it together. Who are some of the performers you have lined up?
Well, we've got Katniss Everqueer, who we were just in a number with,
Yes.
will be there. We have Shawnee, the legendary. We've got Jinjo Lolly. We have Dr. Vu, Mike Oxready.
Blazing Saddles, Vix.
Oh, yeah. So Vix, that's a cool one. So Vix is from Franklin County, but has never performed in Vermont. They flew the coop and went down to New York City. And the pandemic has brought them back to the Green Mountains, and they're going to make their debut on New Year's Eve, which is really cool.
I know Vix.
You know Vix?
I know Vix.
How do you know that?
I don't know if you've heard, Amber, but I do filming. If you need me there next time,
Tell Vix Amber says hi.
Oh, we will.
Oh, that's great. So what time does it start?
Kicks off at 9. The pre-show will be on Facebook Live at 8. And then the post-show will be from 10:30 and on. And this is really exciting, Amber. If viewers want to attend, they can get $5 off their ticket by going to nightpain.com and entering code AMBER. You're worth $5.
Hey, do that. All right. Well, that's great.
Do that.
Do it.
Well, thank you so much for doing it, because I know you had your events in the past at Higher Ground, and they were well attended, and people look forward to it. And so I'm thankful that you're doing that this year for the community. So thank you very much.
Happy to do it, and we hope you'll be there, Amber.
Oh, you'll hear from me. All right. Well, thank you very much, girls. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Isn't that fun? You know, that's what we have. That's how Amber Live started, saying, what am I going to do during this thing? Well, get out there and do something. And that's what they're doing, too. So thank you very much, Emoji Nightmare and Nikki Champagne. That's great. That's great. And we've got another New Year's message.
Okay, folks, 2020, almost over. This garbage year. I get it. January 1st, 2021 doesn't mean that everything's just going to become bright and festive. But I will say, personally, I'm going to take this opportunity this year to work even harder to show empathy and love to my neighbors, to those around me, to protect them, to put them before me. And so I hope that others can do the same. Let's go into 2021 thinking it's not about me, it's about you. Okay, here's to a new year.
Thank you very much, Mike. Mike was one of our very first guests that we had way back in, it must have been April. So thank you. Nice seeing you again, Mike. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Yes, that's really cool. So now it's time to bring back some earlier guests that we had this year, and that is Hass and Swanton. Hass and Swanton, hello there, guys.
Hi.
Hello there. Well, the last time you were on, we were talking about your project, the One Person Wicked show. Update us on that, would you please?
It just went so well. We finished on Thanksgiving Day or the day after, one of those days. And
I think it was Friday.
It was the Friday
the
after.
day after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
It was so much fun. It was so cool just to share the project with the world, because we've been working on it for so long, and then we got right to work on another one, and we were doing Christmas songs.
Well, let's back up. Let's back up.
Okay.
Now, the one person Wicked, that is you singing all of the Wicked parts.
Yep, every single part, even the ensemble. I recorded all the ensemble parts
on screen, live for people who haven't checked it out yet. It's Jeremy. You can see him playing every single character in Wicked, singing the entire score in costume, in makeup, including all the ensemble characters. And he did the whole show. It's on our YouTube channel.
All on YouTube. So
and so it's finished now. So that's that's in the can, so to speak.
Yes, it
absolutely.
And so then this past month you've been doing holiday songs.
Yeah, we've been doing holiday songs.
Mm-hmm. We did 25 days of Christmas covers is what we called it. And it was, there's
oh my gosh,
the Grinch one.
The Grinch one. Yeah, we had so much fun with that too. Just sharing some joy with
Yeah.
the world. That's our friend Dana.
Norris.
She's awesome.
She's a stand-up comedian, New York City-based stand-up comedian, and she was quarantined here with us. So we
put her to work.
She had so much fun. We had the green makeup.
That's the same makeup from doing
What are we gonna do with that?
Well, it's the same jar, not the same makeup.
Yeah, it's the same jar.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, but you're starting a new project now.
Yes, we have a couple of different. All this is for our YouTube channel. We've got Kyle's doing a one-man.
I'm doing a one-man show. And I haven't officially announced what it is yet, but I guess it just feels a little too serendipitous that I'm wearing this. So I will be covering a musical, doing the same thing Jeremy did, playing all the parts, and we will wait and see what show that is.
Oh, how exciting! Oh, wow, what a challenge, though. That I can't wait to see that.
We were talking about it after I finished. We were like, I was less nervous sharing that with the world than like I am when I perform on my own.
Yeah, like we wrote a musical, and it went up off Broadway a year ago-ish now, and that was honestly that there was so much nerves and whatever, but then putting yourself on the line like this, where you're doing the whole show and you're playing it yourself, and there's something about it that we're just finding this is so almost more gratifying as an artist, just to know that I know that I can do it,
Yeah, there's so much there's more pressure, but there's also like less pressure too. I can't explain it. So
oh definitely, because it's you're alone doing it yourself. You put pressure on yourself, but you don't have other people going, I do it this way.
No, exactly.
They're probably saying that while they're watching, but you don't have to hear or see them.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, we get our share of the dislikes.
Yeah, we were related.
We were relating when you were talking about the dislikes on the YouTube videos.
So you're in Illinois, correct?
That's correct.
Yes. You were you were in New York. You escaped right when the COVID started. You went to your parents' house there in Illinois.
Yep.
So what are your plans? What are you thinking about?
We miss the city so much.
Yeah.
To get back.
The plan is to go back
at some point.
At some point, but we're just waiting to see what happens. That's been the plan all along. Has been just to hold out here and see what happens. And we knew it would probably be a long-term thing. I am currently signed on to a project here in Chicago. It's Children of Eden is getting an out-of-town revival here in Chicago right now. It's aimed for Broadway, and I'm working as the assistant director. It's starring Deborah Cox and Norm Lewis, and we've got David Phelps and Kristen Maldonado from Pentatonics. So it's a great cast. And it's going to be a fantastic show. Right now, it's scheduled to happen this upcoming summer. So it's been pushed back now a year. So we'll see what's happening, what the world is shaping up into. But we're going to be here in Illinois at least through the summer. Okay. And
we've been working. Like you said, this came out of COVID. Amber Live, and we've just been so
our
creative.
Our YouTube channel is starting to become the thing for us. We love channeling all our energy and our creative, energy into our YouTube channel right now. So we wrote a web series, and we just came back from a production meeting for it. It's called Act of Faith. And we haven't, again, this is kind of the first time we're really announcing it, because we just talked about it when we were in the green room. We're like, let's just kind of tell them what's next. So the show's called Act of Faith. It's going to be a web series about the administrative office of a youth theater organization for kids that is it's like a religious youth theater organization, and there's an employee who works in the office who's gay, and he's grappling with coming out and the repercussions it'll have in his community. It's based on real experiences I had growing up in a youth theater organization, and I had friends who worked in the administrative office who were gay, and they were worried about coming out and potentially losing their jobs, but it was such an absurd and kind of funny environment, just in terms of all the stories that came out of it. We always laugh when we tell stories about growing up in that kind of environment. So it's sort of based on those experiences. And we started writing it with our friend Dana, the comedian who played
During
the Grinch
COVID.
during COVID.
Like just all this creative juice has just come out of this really crazy time.
If you head to our YouTube channel and subscribe now, then you'll be notified when we start posting Active Faith. And I would highly recommend it because we are so proud of the writing of that show. We think it's going to be so fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Well, that is just fascinating. That's great what you're doing. And thank you for sharing that with us. And we look forward to having you back and telling us more about it. And we're going to share one of your songs at the end of the show tonight. So thank you very much, guys. Stay safe.
Thank you for having us. Happy New Year.
Oh, wow. Very nice. Thank you, guys. Oh, they're so cool. All right. And we have one more New Year's Eve message.
Hey guys, Big J here from one of the best entertainers in Burlington, Vermont, and I'm also a big fan of Amber LeMay, so here is my New Year's resolutions. For 2021, I'd love to get organized and get better shape, and then for the world, I like everyone to stay positive and stay strong, and I want to continue to spread some more positivity and bring back more entertainment for the 2021 season. So again, guys, hope you guys have a great new year. Now, going back to Amber.
Thank you, Josh. Josh is our #1 fan. Of course, we had to hear from him. He was on last week as Rudolph, and he's been on a couple other times. He loves to come on Amber Chat as well. So thank you very much, Josh. Looking forward to seeing more of you in the upcoming year. All right, so we got more guests. Yes. How are things down in New York with Rocco? Do we have Rocco on the line? Yes.
I'm just sitting here in front of the fire and shit. Pardon the language, but that's the kind of year it's been. You know what I'm saying?
So that's very homey. You know, that's very nice.
Yeah, I figured. You know what? It's the end of the year, and it's been a really weird year. So I'm dressing up for it. I'm getting the hell out of 2020, and I'm embracing 2021 with everything I got. Oh, you see my socks and shit. I didn't realize that. All right. So, you know, this year obviously has been kind of weird, kind of bad, but kind of good. Like I myself, you know, some people, this pandemic started, everyone had to quarantine. They're all sitting at home saying, oh, I got all this time. I'm so bored. Meanwhile, my workload doubled because I'm working at that hospital thing, reading, you know, erotic poetry to nurses. So I didn't get any free time to sit home and finish projects like my movie Death's a Bitch, which has been in production for just a couple of 16 years. And then
maybe Hass and Swanton could make that into a musical. Death's a Bitch, the musical.
Trust me, I think it would be great on Broadway as a musical because it's funny as hell. So I'm like, all right, that's kind of the thing that 2020 has been bringing to us, you know? So, I mean, I look, excuse me while I look down at my notes. You know, 2020 is kind of the equivalent of, you know, listening to Baby Shark on repeat for 3 months. Or it's kind of the equivalent of Amber LeMay sitting in the audience at a dog show and still winning first prize. Or, you know, just going to a glory hole and finding out it's your brother. You know, just weird shit that happens, you know? I mean, you work your life off struggling for a restaurant on Restaurant Row, and because of a pandemic and a lockdown, you lose your business. That shit sucks, right? So cheers to you, Beth. And things like that. What have you been up to? What are you doing for New Year's, Amber?
Well, you know, we talked about doing a live broadcast New Year's Eve, but I figured, you know, people who would normally be out and about are going to finally get a chance to watch Anderson Cooper, you know, and I'm sure they're all going to be watching Anderson Cooper. So then now I'm not going to get on the screen. I will. I'll be watching Anderson Cooper probably.
Really? You're gonna watch Anderson Cooper? He's with that guy Andy Cohen, who's It's funny because he's just drunk through the whole show.
Well, they both have babies now, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of daddy talk.
Yeah, because they're home taking care of them all the time.
So Rocco, what are you doing New Year's Eve?
This is it. I'm gonna be sitting here with the tree, the fire, the wine, but I might have some ladies over because why not? You're gonna bring in the new year, bring it in with a bang. You know what I'm saying?
You might want to put another log on the fire there. Looks like it fizzled out there.
Well, it was going good while I was watching the other guys. Talking about Wicked. That was really cool. But my fire was petering out.
Well, Rocco, thank you so much for all your contributions to Amber Live this year, and I can't wait to start the new year off with you next week.
You know what, Amber? I got to tell you, you've been one of the best things about this year. Let me tell you, I've been having a great time doing this show, and it's just a fun show to watch. And all you people out there, get your friends to watch. Keep going. This is great. Get this shit syndicated or whatever happens.
Because you're going to ride right on my coattails, aren't you?
Damn right. Or you're going to ride on mine. Hey, who knows? All I know is that I must have lost weight because this tux is baggy.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Rocco. Take care, buddy. Rocco Zamboni. He has appeared on probably 35 of the 41 Amber Live shows. Yes, he's been a regular guest. All right, I guess we have one more New Year's message.
Hey Amber, happy almost 2021 to you and to all of us. Thanks for including me in your 2020 and for being the bright, shiny object that you are, leading us through some dark times, or at least dragging us through some dark times. See how I did that? Anyway, happy holidays. Mwah.
Chris is one of those great authors that we had. That's we've had some really interesting guests this year, Russell, and a lot of it goes to you for digging them up.
We have. And speaking of digging up guests, in the background while this has been going on, in the last 5 minutes, we got one more New Year's message in from one of our favorite guests, and I have processed it and uploaded it, and it is ready to go. None of us have seen it, so we don't know what she's gonna say.
Okay,
here it is.
Hi, it's Sherry Vine here, giving a message out to, gosh, I don't even know where to look. Hi, this is what happens when your grandmother tries to use technology. Just kidding. Hi, Amber and everyone watching. I'm Sherry Vine, and I just want to say Happy New Year. I'm sending a lot of love and light and positive energy for a happy, healthy, safe 2021. Come on, give me that vaccine. Get me Biden. Get me a vaccine. And we are ready to rock and roll in 2021. You guys, a big kiss and a lot of love, and please take care. And let's celebrate like 2020 was the best year ever.
Wow, Sherry Vine. She's been on the show before, and it's one of the biggest international drag stars there is. So thank you so much. That was very, very exciting. Oh, I do notice that our good friend Annie, who was part of the dance troupe Meride, who's performed twice with us, she wants to let everyone know that they're going to be performing New Year's Eve on the Highlight Vermont program that you can get a ticket to and watch all these different shows. So Annie, we'll check you out. Thank you for letting us know. Oh, that was so cool from Sherry Vine. It was cool from all those people who took the time to contact us. So we've just had a great, great year. So Jack, where's Jack?
Hey.
Now, Jack, I thought you were going to appear as the New Year's baby.
No, hard pass on that idea.
Oh, man.
Instead, I've been inspired by Hass and Swanton with the Les Mis shirt, so I decided to work on some reading for the past hour or so. Want to hear some?
No, I've seen the movie.
All right. Well, I'm sure it all works out in the end for everyone.
Wow, is that a paperback?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a how many pages is in that thing?
A couple.
I guess. Jeez. Oh wow. So Jack, have you been busy on the comments?
Yeah, we've had a ton of comments tonight. We've had some great feedback from Stream Ally. We got some good tips. So thank you very much to Bill B and to Craig H. And I hope I'm not missing anyone there. And to our new bustiers and to our old bustiers and to Mark LeBlanc, who pretends like he doesn't watch the show, even though he constantly outs himself over and over again. But we also had some great comments on that photo that we saw. Russell, can we see that? So here is the picture. Josh wrote in right away, "I'm too drunk," and I'm not sure which one is saying it there. I think that it's something they're all saying in unison. Sam said 5 minutes into the Amber LeMay show.
Thanks, Sam. I saw Sam tip too.
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you for that. Michael says, "Wake us up when Amber's striptease is over." Charlotte says, "I think that's Amber's friend's Bob's couch." A lot of possessives in that sentence.
They wouldn't be sleeping.
Be kicking him out the door. We got a John Denver reference.
Oh.
Ask how I know of Toledo, Ohio. Well, I spent a week there one day. They've got entertainment to dazzle your eyes. Go visit the bakery and watch the buns rise.
Thank you, Ron.
Larry's rolling his eyes and saying, "Oh my God, Trump just signed the COVID relief bill."
Oh, he had to make a big show of it. Oh, they had the tables all set up on Christmas Eve like he was going to sign it, be Santa Claus, but then he backed out. And then today he makes a big show of it. Oh, he can't be gone fast enough. That's
Mark also wants to know, is Amber's show done yet? Kimberly says, "When the Cheez-Its are the only man left standing."
The Cheez-Its.
Charlotte also says it was the Cheetos. Alcohol had nothing to do with it.
We had great interest.
And Jessica says that this caption photo looks like a typical night at a friend's house about 10 years ago.
Oh, we've all had those friends and been at those nights. Well, thank you so much, Jack, and thank you for your help this year. It's been wonderful.
Definitely. And on that, Riel says that we've had some great guests this year. And
yes, well, thank you very much, Riel. It's good to hear from you. Take care, buddy. All right, and say, hey, Russell.
Hey there.
All right. Well, what a show, Russell.
Oh, my goodness. So many moving parts and so many great people, and it was great.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it was just fascinating. And just the comments, and I just looking at some of the people on there. I know we have California, we have Tennessee, we have Florida, and, of course, Vermont, New York. Just great having all those people watching and sharing our love.
All our past guests and friends from around the country who made videos for us. And really, really was lovely.
Yes, very, very, very nice. Well, thank you, Russell, for all that you do to make this happen.
You're welcome. And thank you for the 10 minutes you spend putting on makeup.
Girls got to do what a girl's got to do.
I know it's hard. And I do want to remind people about our bustiers while I'm here one last time this evening. And you can still send your tips and support. It is a big help to us. If you're on Stream Ally, just use the tipping system right at the top of the chat, or you can send it in through Venmo at RJD Pro, which is written there. And we really, really, really do appreciate all of that support. It's important to keeping this going, and it's going to be important, even more important, to season 2, which is coming up in 1 week. We start season 2.
Is this our cliffhanger episode?
I guess this is a Who Shot JR.
Yeah. Next week, it starts off with me in a shower.
Oh. And you can be the New Year's baby.
I think I'm traveling next week.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much for all your help.
You.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Yes, yes. So yes, thank you, Russell. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Rocco, Lucy Bell, everyone Dave, who helps write the script, Janet, who helps promote the show. Just thank you so much for everything you do. 2020 has really kicked us in the balls. It really has. And even this last week, there's been a few members who have been close to the Amber Live show and family that we've lost. And it really hits hard, but we're still here. We're still here, and we got to keep going. And we're going to keep going every Sunday night. But thank you very much for your support, and Happy New Year.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. We too have run about the slopes and picked the daisies fine, but we've wandered many a weary foot for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll drink a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll drink a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
Amber's really starting to grow on me.
They make creams for that.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so itchy.